Hello, ladies and gents, to No Drama Just Movies Rapid Reviews. So I finally watched The Life of Chuck because it didn't come out in the UK until now, and I had some thoughts. Right off the bat, it's going to be impossible to judge this film, or at least the plot, on its own without also judging the Stephen King novella. I have to say I'm also a massive fan of everything Flanagan has done, is doing, and will be doing in the future, so I might be a little biased. Act 3 was beautifully heavy and filled with so much sadness it actually made me cry. The devastation, the floods and sinkholes weren't presented as a disaster movie spectacle. There was a deliberate melancholy over everything mixed with fear and resignation. I already knew the answer to the mystery of who Chuck is, but I'm happy to report that even with that spoiler, I was firmly invested. Because this part is more than just its twist. It made me feel with those people whose whole world is dying, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's a testament to the power and importance of story as well, and a testament, I would say, to King's strength as a storyteller, that a novella published 5 years ago can be even more true today. Act 2 was the exact opposite. Once the drums pick up and Chuck starts dancing, there's so much joy in the scene that I found myself grinning all the way through. This was my favourite chapter in the novella, and I was glad to see that Flanagan managed to translate the drive and the emotion so perfectly. Tom Hiddleston having a blast, the cuts and interplay between Chuck, little sister Janice, and Taylor the drummer, especially when they become more and more in sync, it all helped to drive this moment into my bones, and I even found myself tapping along. It was exactly what I wanted from this act. Act 1, it felt a bit slower to me. I know why it's there. I think it solidifies the theme. Even though you know the end is coming, don't let that stop you and don't resign to your fate. Live your life. Do what you love with the people you want to be with. But this act still grabbed me the least emotionally. And maybe that wasn't the point, but after 2 incredibly emotional acts, it just felt like a dip. And I know that's not Flanagan's fault because it's a faithful adaptation of the novella. I did like the idea, though, that the people from Act 3 are people Chuck met in real life, which I believe is a change from the novella. Not only does it give the Act 3 actors a little more to do, it also confirms the point Chuck's teacher, "Hey, it's Kate Siegel," made. That inside his head are all the people he knows. Flanagan is still a master of the monologue. The way he writes and shoots them, giving them the space they need, and the way the actors deliver them, they never got boring for me. This was definitely an ensemble piece, and all the actors delivered. I'm not sure if I should call anyone out for their performance, so I'll just say it was great seeing Flanagan bring Matthew Lillard and Mia Sara into the fold, as well as seeing some familiar faces, a brief cameo from the man himself, and even a younger member of the Flanagan clan as one of the Chucks. I wasn't too sure about the voiceover, especially at the beginning of Act 2. It went on a little too long, and I wondered if there could have been ways to show some of this information. But having said that, I'm pretty sure the voiceover sticks very close to Stephen King's own words, and I'm not against that. Overall, I enjoyed this one. It was a beautiful movie that made me feel something. It was a great adaptation of my favourite story in the If It Bleeds collection, proving perhaps that Flanagan and Stephen King are perfect together. Both made their start in horror, but King has proven before, and Flanagan proves here, that they feel just as comfortable doing drama. And yes, Act 1 didn't work as well, but I would still recommend this. I might even come around fully on the voiceover. It made it feel more like a story, if you know what I mean. Like we're on the outside, observing Chuck's life. Maybe we contain multitudes too, and will keep Chuck and all the others safe for a while. And that's all. Roll credits.